What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Candid Nicole.
And this is DJ Ray Black.
And welcome to another edition of the Future Mobile Report. Today's show is sponsored by Nobody.
The Broke Entrepreneur.
That's right. Well, like I said, we're going to be there one day. Episode 100, we're going to have some type of sponsor. So, today, me and Ray, we are two young entrepreneurs. I always say that, throw it out there. We are two future moguls. And, past episodes talk about our doubts, being financially challenged, things of that nature. But this episode, we're going to talk about go getting it. Because when you're an entrepreneur, whether you're on the bottom, mid-level, top, no matter what, you have to go get it. Because you got to do for yourself and do for your family.
Very true.
So, Ray, you starting it off today. What's up?
I'm going to start it off with a quote from the big homie Biscuit, journalist. We had met him at the Fresh Pack Tour, and he said, if you want to make it in this world, you got to take it in this world. Be a little aggressive. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive and being passionate about getting something done. If you don't have the energy and initiative to go get it done, it won't be done, period.
That's a fact.
So I believe in having a clear plan and having a sense of urgency. What they say in the NBA, have a sense of urgency to do the right thing, or it won't get done.
Yeah, so let's start with the plan, because it doesn't matter what position you're in. If you got the bread for it, you got some investors behind you, or you got yourself with $0 in your account. You have to have a plan. And I'm not gonna, for me personally, creating the plan for our show and our personal lives. It's a struggle, because sometimes you want it to be perfect, but there's no such thing as the perfect plan. It's always going to be trial and error.
Yeah.
But you do have to have a strategy as far as getting your equipment, if you need equipment, marketing yourself, branding, networking. We're going to talk about all the components to go getting it. So
yeah, and just knowing exactly what you want to do first and foremost, because sometimes
that's clutch.
Yeah, because sometimes people just want to be successful. They don't know exactly what they want to be successful in. They just want to reap the benefits of being successful. You got to figure out exactly what you want, whether you want to be an artist, a DJ, you want to be a restaurant owner, a chef. You have to know exactly what you want to do and go do that. Make a plan on how to become that so you can make it happen.
I know you, since you called it Biscuit, I'm not going to quote, but in Charlamagne's book, Black Privilege, Opportunity, Those Who Created, he was saying how most people do it because they see somebody else successful at it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, if he can be a radio DJ person, I'm going to be one too. Or if he can be a basketball player, I can be one too. And that's really not the dream meant for you, so you just wonder why you're not being successful with it, because it's not your passion.
Yeah.
It's not what you want to do. It's something that you just want to get money off of. So
yeah, I'll tell a story, not to cut you off.
Cut away.
In 2006, I started a career as a songwriter and rapper. When I first heard 50 Cent and I seen how much money 50 was making, I found a new appreciation for entrepreneurship in the music business. So I'm like, all right, if this dude from the street could do it, I could do it too. But I had a lot of pitfalls and bad mishaps with being a rapper. I had to just figure out that I had a love for music and found my own lane and created that lane. That's how the podcast came about. That's how producing came about. That's how me and Mac linked up. And now, success is now, I see the vision now. Before, I was just doing it just to see a dollar sign, just how Kenneth was saying. You got to know, sometimes you just have to feel it out and figure out if it's for you or not. And I figured out rapping wasn't for me.
Well, I got a story too. Go story for story. I don't remember the exact year. I think I want to say. No, it was actually 2012. How could I forget this? So I used to work for an advertising company, and I was really heavy, and I was going really far at that company, and I don't know what it was, but I saw how much bank we was getting, and I was like, I could do this myself. I could post up a couple of posters and XYZ told some store owners. So what I did was I was working at Trader Joe's. I was making good money there. I quit my job. I cashed out my 401k. Cashed that shit out. Cashed it out. Had about 17 grand in the bank. Paid my rent. I paid my rent. Dummy me, I paid my rent for like 6 months, whatever the case may be. But I did necessary steps to start my own advertising company.
Actually,
right?
that's not dumb to paying off your liabilities up front so you have some money in the back end. That's very smart.
Yeah, so I was trying, I was just like make sure I had some place to live.
Right.
And I could figure it out.
Right.
So I'm not gonna front. I was doing it like I had Shop the Bad Intentions. They was one of my clients. I had this car rental place. I think it's called Condo in Jersey City. So I actually got clients that was making money, but at some point I didn't have any staff. It was just me and my ex-girl posting up posters and putting...
Girlfriend at the time. That's a better
one. Okay, girlfriend at the time. I mean, really, she's not listening. Support is gone. So, whatever the case may be. But she was really holding me down with that. And I didn't like doing it. I did not like being the person posting the posters and putting the bags in the door. Because when I was at the advertising company, I wasn't doing it. I was doing that in the beginning, but then I moved up in the ladder pretty quickly. So I did like that, like for one good solid month. Then I was actually the person making the list and telling y'all to go out. So when you actually had to do that, I was like, yeah, I'm just doing this for money. And I was making okay money, but I hated waking up in the morning to do that. So what happened? I kind of just dissolved the company. Like I just was like, I don't want to do this no more. So that's what happens when you just think you see somebody glowing up and, driving all the fancy cars, making the good money, and you think you can do it. And if it ain't your passion, you ain't going to put that energy in it.
Right.
I didn't.
You know what? That story is actually a testament to my story of becoming a producer, because when I was rapping, I kept going to studios and I was paying all this money to have the engineers record me and mix down my tracks, and I always felt like I wasn't getting the right mix down. I wasn't getting the just due. So I ended up investing money into going to audio school, learning how to mix down my own tracks, learn how to make my own beats, and it just became to where I was doing everything myself and I wasn't really getting anywhere fast. But what happened was people started hollering at me for studio time and beats, and I just kind of made the transition to, instead of being the person in front of the camera, I became the guy behind the camera and started calling the shots, and I kind of like that better.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, like, you're not gonna know your passion or what gets you going out the gate. Like, it took me years to really figure out, like, exactly what I like to do. I had to sit down and say, like, what do you like doing, Candid? Oh, I like talking to people. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. I talked to people. Mm-hmm. So if it takes you a minute to go through the chains, and if you're not making no progress in what you're doing, you gotta say, okay, this is what I really want to do. And, like, I guess every 6 months maybe, give yourself like a little progress check. Yeah. And if you're not being progressive in certain areas, then you need to regroup and figure out, like, if this is what you want to do or not. Right. Another thing with go getting it, for me, I think a vision board is good. Yeah. Vision board keeps you steady, keeps you on. It keeps you on the path to where you see it every day. You're like, okay, let me, handle that or knock that out. Or sometimes it just happens. Right. I know you looked at your vision board a couple of weeks ago and you realized you accomplished. I've accomplished it.
I think at least, let's say 60% of it. Me and Candid, we went on this vision board journey in the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. She put me onto it towards the end of 2016, and I went all out. I bought like a big oak tab board, and
yeah, you did.
Yeah, and went to the library and cut out images and posted on my wall, and I look at it every day, and a lot of it's weird. A lot of the things that I posted on the board just started happening magically by themselves. Like, it was just, I just kept looking at it. Like, I would read it subconsciously, and not everything happened right away, but a good amount of the things that I wrote down started happening.
Yeah. I agree. Because with my vision board, like I have certain things on it. One key thing I have on it is workout. And then the top of the year, it wasn't happening at all. Like, I would play around, I would work out here and there, but I was like, oh, I'm tired, I'm done. But now recently, I'm noticing I'm working out at least 3 to 4 times a week.
That's what's up.
At my own pace, but I'm doing,
doing it.
And then when I look at my vision board, it just says workout.
Mm-hmm.
So, like it doesn't happen right away, but at some point, I don't know what in the universe, you just wind up, working out or doing different things.
Mine was being more organized and using Google Calendar because I'm terrible at managing time. It took me 7 months to finally get it right. Like I have to check my calendar all the time now just to make sure I'm not putting myself in an obligation where I have another prior obligation. There's times where I'll book studio time on a family birthday or something like that, and I have to say no to someone, or like I miss class because I think the class is on this day or so at this time.
You was doing crazy when you was in school.
Yeah, when I was in school, it was bad. It was really bad. Sorry, Mom.
Can I tell a story? Yo, real talk. Me and Ray also DJs on ZK Game. So I remember Ray hit us up like, yo, I'm not going to be there. I forgot I had my final.
Yeah, I forgot.
What?
I forgot.
Like, what happened? He's like, yeah, my bad. I'm running there now. So I'm super happy he's doing better with the schedule. I'm actually kind of slacking with the scheduling, but I got to pick up. Because being organized, I'm not going to say it's a hard job, but
I mean that's what you do. Like you're really good at that.
But I'm not gonna front. I've been slacking people because now it's like when you're really doing everything yourself, and you really, I don't know. For me, it's like it's not overwhelming, but sometimes it's like, man, I gotta do this. But now I told myself on certain days I have to do certain things.
The best thing for that is setting just like little small reminders in your phone. Even if you forget, ding ding. Oh, all right, let me go through that real quick.
Definitely gotta set that up.
Yeah, definitely.
Another thing to go get in it, I feel in order to go get it, you gotta network. Networking. Now this is from my perspective. Why I feel it's important. I went through college. I just took the class I needed to take. I had some college friends up, back then. But I just, I was just in and out of school. I didn't make too many friends in college, nothing like that. I just did what I had to do.
Same for me. When I was in LaGuardia, it was an in and out thing.
In and out thing, right?
Yeah.
Because me personally, I'm more of an introvert. Like, I'm very to myself, very, like, I'm not, like, I don't want to say weirdo. I'm not, no offense, but I'm not one of those. I'm just like...
Shout out to my widows out there.
Yeah, I chill who I want to chill with.
You already know.
But being an introvert, I'm telling you, being shy isn't going to get you nowhere.
Closed mouths don't get fed out here, baby.
It's the truth. So I had to step outside my comfort zone and become an extrovert. Now, I'm not fully like, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm in the building. No, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
But I attend more networking events. And what I do is I tell myself, okay, when you go to this event, like yesterday, I went to, when y'all hear it, it's be like weeks ago, but last Thursday, I went to Red Alert's Let's Get Connected out in Harlem.
DJ Red Alert for those who know.
Yeah, the legendary. And the guest speaker was
Ralph McDaniels, the creator of the Video Music Box.
Exactly. Legend. Been in this business for over 34 years. And I told myself, okay, you go to this event, at least walk away with like 2 business cards. Like introduce yourself to 2 people. That's my goal. So I go in there, and the vibe was so good that I got more than what I set the goal for.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So I know I set the I exceeded my goal. Ray's foolish right now, but you're right about the Joe Budden thing.
Just like Joe Budden.
So you got to go in and you have to set goals. If you're like a shy person, you're not that. Hey, how you doing? I'm such and such. I got this. Just going with your business cards and going with the mindset of saying, okay, Ralph McDaniels is there. I need to find a way to talk to Ralph McDaniels.
Right.
Red Alert is there. I got to find a way to talk to Red Alert. Then they have vendors. talk to a vendor that you get the you. I mean, people know how people vibes are.
Yeah.
You pick up the vibe.
One thing what I've noticed for me with networking event is called the networking event. These people are not going there to be antisocial.
Exactly.
So whatever doubts are in your head, get them out. Just say hello. If they come off a little stank, then keep it moving or try to break the ice a little bit more. But in my experiences, anytime I say what's up to somebody, they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up? What do you do?" And we just go
exactly
go right to rapping. And you know what? At these networking events, these people are very, very nice.
Yeah, because everybody is just trying to really build and connect.
Right.
They want, and then you match it like not everybody's there. That's gonna like help you get to the next thing, but you never know.
Just knowing them,
just knowing them, build a relationship.
Yeah.
So when you have an event or they have an event, y'all know each other, and they'll invite you to different places. That's how you build relationships.
Yeah. And
so.
it's a mutual respect. So like when you go to a networking event, whether you're a vendor or a passerby, people respect that you actually came out. So when you say hello to someone, they're gonna appreciate that you acknowledge them. Now they're giving you their 45-second pitch. The thing is, you may not have a 45-second pitch. You better have one, goddammit.
Yep.
But if you don't have one right then and there, just tell them, yo, this is my first time doing something like this. I'm very nervous. Is there any pointers on, to get better at doing something like this? And you know what? If they'll probably give you some pointers on it. Can't talk about that. You had some pointers when you went to the Cash's joint.
The Cash's joint. Oh yeah. Listen, you know me. I forget a lot. The Cash's joint. Yes, I met Tia Brown. She works for Cash's, and when I was there, I didn't know who she was. I'm gonna keep it above. She knew I didn't know who she was. I was dolo by myself. I was just sitting there.
Lone wolf.
Definitely. Just looking like that person. And she was to the right of me, and I was just like, you know what? I actually had to coach myself on how to say hi to her. So I was like, because she was very sophisticated looking. Like, you could tell she was money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what she did, but I was like, okay, you can't just come like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
So I was just like, how you doing? My name is Candid, Nicole. What brings you here? And then she told me, like, she run a joint. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she just actually gave me tips on, like, how I got to go out there, just introduce myself to people the way I did with her, and then ask them how you doing. What do you do? So that was some key things. Actually, today, a young man that I met yesterday at the networking event, he's been in the game for a minute, and his advice to me, because I told him, like, I'm not a shy person, but I'm not that outgoing, what's up type of person. And he was like, that's okay, just as long as you acknowledge them. And he's like, you gotta just take little baby steps,
Yeah.
Just introduce yourself to one person and then take it from there until you get like some type of comfortable or have a rhythm. For me, honestly, I go on with a game plan though. Like I always go on with a game plan, and I always have like not exactly what I'm gonna say, but how I'm gonna introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. So we talked about strategizing with a plan, networking. What else did we say?
Strategizing, networking. That's it. That's what we talk about.
So my questions for you, because it's not like entrepreneur's an entrepreneur, and we shout out to all my small business owners, but you deal with a lot of artists.
Right.
So how can an artist, because a lot of artists these days, I don't care what nobody says, are broke.
Mm-hmm.
They got regular jobs, they're just trying to pay for studio times and everything else that comes with it. So the artist that's like financially challenged, I should say, how could they, record and make their situation better at a more affordable rate?
You gotta get the right people around you. Number one, get people that really believe in you. Because when you have people that believe in what you do, they'll cut you some slack. So, say you have a homie that wants to get into recording or he wants to produce and he's going to audio school. That's the dude you want to hang out with because he's probably going to try to get his recording rocks off with someone else. So it's like, you know what? I want to rap. Let me be your guinea pig. Let's make all these mistakes together, and while we're doing that, let's make hot records. If sometimes you have to demote yourself from trying to get the best quality recording or having the freshest gear and the best looking videos in the beginning because you may not have it. Look, I'm gonna use Young Thug as an example, and this is why a lot of people like Young Thug
Okay.
because
Put me on.
Young Thug in the beginning stages of career, you could see that he was a little rough, dirty dreads, wrinkled T-shirt, but he was out there with his people. People supported him, and the more he came out with music, you still see his people, but he kept getting fresher because more people are putting him in that position because people are talking about him. You know what I mean? So like if you're a rapper, you got to get people to talk about you, and you got to get somebody to believe in you to cut you some slack. Big Sean, he talked about how he would sleep, in his homie's basement, and they let him record for free, just because they believed in him. Same thing with Wiz Khalifa. The situation now, my artist, he's let me crash at his crib to make beats. Well, whenever we have time, just cause like, yo, you my man, I believe in you, you believe in me, let's make it happen. So there has to be a mutual agreement with your team because there's gonna be some nights where you might be sharing a beef patty with your man.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
that's a fact. There may be a night like, yo, I only got $3. Let's go have one. Let's share a beer real quick. You know what I mean? Like it goes down like that.
But those are not to cut you. Those are the times like I really love, and those are the times that you really see like who's for you. It's like, all right, you're not just gonna eat by yourself.
Right.
You're gonna eat with me.
And that's how you form those real bonds. Like when you go through something with somebody.
Yup.
And those real bonds are worth more than money. When you network, those connections are worth more than dough. Because when they say in this world, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So you may not have money right now, but there's somebody that you can meet that can get you in a situation where you can get yourself on your feet. Exactly. Don't expect for someone to give you a bag. What you should look for when you're trying to get on, don't try to get on. Try to get on your feet. Because once you get on your feet, you can put yourself on.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying that a lot this week. I was like, put yourself on because no one's going to do it for you.
Right.
People will give you gems and jewels and the keys, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're giving it to you expecting that you use it properly.
That you apply it.
So you could put yourself on. No one's going to be like, all right, you got what I said? Okay, now I'm just going to put you here. Like, no, they want to see, like, what they're telling you is worth it so they can keep telling you more info.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not using the gems the right way, then that's why you're not in the places where you need to be because you're using it wrong.
Right, because that's what happened with me and my mentor. Like my mentor put me on a couple gems early in the year that I have in my records that now I'm using right now because when he gave me those jewels, I wasn't in a position to use that information.
Exactly. What else to go get it? Confidence. No, people can smell when you're not confident in yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta be confident. When you go get it, you don't gotta be airy. There's a difference. You're just walking with your head high, chest poked out a little bit, shoulders up, like I'm here, whatever name is it. When I walk in the room, it's like, yeah, I'm Candid Nicole. I represent Future Mogul Report. That's what it is. You either see an FMR shirt on me, or I just, plan on me. But I always say, I'm Candid Nicole, host of the Future Mogul Report. So you know my name and what I do.
That's a
what
fact.
I rep. So don't just be like, oh, I got this show. It's about, nah. Because you waste people's time. You got to be confident in what you do. So when you say it with conviction, when they listening to you, they're going to be like, oh, what's that about?
Right.
Tell me more.
Like I live by this quote: you could be funny, look funny, and start late, and still win. So you can't have no excuse. You could, if you got a chipped tooth or, your head not cut or whatever the case is,
skin disorder,
whatever, you still got to go out there and do something because honestly, your intellectual value is worth more than your appearance.
That's a fact.
And people will see that if you present it. Confidence, it will get you in the door. There's people out here that don't have no experience in nothing. And they'll be like, yeah, I can do it right now. Just put me in front of it. And they'll just straight butcher it. But the person believed in them because they gave them a good spiel. So if you got a good spiel, you can get on.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So, the moral of the story is, no matter if you're an artist, an entrepreneur, I mean, they're the same thing, I feel,
Yeah,
but
same thing.
a small business owner, you have to go and get it. And that's what this is about. Go get it. Like, whatever you're doing, if you're in your car right now listening, you're on the train listening, wherever you are, you listen to us, go and do it. Like, we believe in you. We don't even know you. But if you listen to us, that means you believe in us, so we believe in you.
That's a fact.
Go accomplish your goals, no matter how high, no matter how old or young you are. Just go get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And it's never too late.
Exactly.
You can start right now. It doesn't matter if you're 10 steps behind. Start. You can always catch up at some point.
Exactly. So take this information for us, because the reason why we did this episode is because we actually live in this, and I'm telling you that it works. You gotta, all my shy people, just leave the shyness at home. Leave it at home.
Just go in there, because when you go in there, you just gotta just be a shotgun. Just be like, yo, what's up?
And here's another little tip: if you can't find events that have open bar, save a little money if you can. Bring like $20, get you a drink just to loosen up. Don't go crazy drinking.
No,
just get one drink.
Or just
hold in your hand.
His ball on the budget. If a drink is $8, you don't buy the drink until you see a whole bunch of people watching the ball.
Exactly.
Then you sip on that one drink all night, or you just hold it.
Yeah.
Do what you do, so people can see that you're in mingle mode. Because when you're not drinking, you don't look approachable.
Exactly.
Even if you don't drink, just have a soda or something.
Something that says I'm here to mingle.
Right.
Says I'm here to mingle.
Because you having a cup in your hand or you eating shows that you're relaxed. Because when you go into these events and you gun ho about trying to get it, people don't want to talk to you now. You have to kind of come with some type of tact.
Exactly. Like I went to the event. The event I went to yesterday, I didn't buy a drink. Cause I don't know. Yesterday I just feel like drinking. Normally I would have a cup.
Well, I mean, usually there was a lot going on last night.
But you saw the video. It was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on last
night. So I got the job. I still mingle, but I'm telling you, that drink it loosens you up.
Listen,
it does.
I've been living off these.
Ray drinks too much.
I've been living off these $5 margaritas all summer.
Yeah, Ray drinks too much.
You already know $5 margarita Monday at the landing, $5 margarita on a Saturday at Mockingbird. That's where you catch me.
Oh yeah, Don Poncho's 2-for-1 drinks.
2-for-1 drinks on Wednesdays.
Yup.
You already know.
So yeah, happy hour. There's a happy hour somewhere where you are.
Definitely. Oh, you know what? You'll never know who you'll meet at a bar.
Yeah.
Because I actually met one of Styles P's DJs at a bar. And yeah, at a bar. And we was chopping it up, and I told him what we was doing, and I gave him my YouTube channel. He watched the videos in front of me in the bar. And he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you to White Plains. We're gonna get it popping."
That's what's up.
I bet.
I told you I met JD because security guard. Remember I was on Amtrak, and he had the same name as
you.
Yeah. We didn't keep in touch, but for my home person reasons. But
yeah, that one. Okay.
But you never know who you meet.
You never know who you meet.
It's the truth, man. So we hope you guys just take this good advice. If you got any tips, leave a comment. Hit us up on IG at FMR Show. Hit Ray up on his IG.
Who is DJ Ray Black?
Or me, Candid Nicole.FMR. Be like, hey, I heard episode, yada yada. I feel like this. I agree. I disagree. I think y'all whack. Whatever. We're here for everything, you know?
We love it all.
We know you listen.
Yeah. Resistance, no resistance. That's what it is.
So we all here. So we appreciate you guys. Once again, this episode is sponsored by Nobody.com. And if you want to sponsor us, shoot us a shout out. We're accepting most offers.
You already know.
We have morals over here. But you'll hear from us again. I'm Candid Nicole.
This is DJ Ray Black.
And we out of here. It's Future Mobile Report.